From the Arboretum, we make a stop at the Italian Institute of Culture, where Italians were joining fellow Italians around the world in celebrating 70 years of the Italian Republic. On display was a rich collection of art and culture pieces on which the Republic rests, some of which are very familiar.
My name is Francesca. Chiesa is the family name. I arrived in Kenya the 1st of April 2015 as appointed as a director of the Italian Cultural Institute. Our mission is to promote Italian culture and language. We organize activities in many fields. For example, in these first months, I focused on three sectors. Which are the sectors for 2016. Art, archaeology, and language. We don't want simply to show Italian art or Italian literature, but try to help our public to understand what our art, our literature is. I am deeply convinced that the tourism in the coast can be revitalized, giving to tourists something new. So I called last March an archaeologist specialized on underwater archaeology in order to check the possibility to realize an underwater museum. In Italy, this is one of our Italian specialties. The third important sector is language, because Italy and Kenya have a similar history. In Italy, before Italy became a one united kingdom, every region, 20 regions, was a kingdom. And every region used to have its own language. But when Italy became one, the language of one region, Tuscany, became the national Italian language. And this was good and interesting, but generated some problems with the other languages. And in Kenya, you have had the same history. Swahili became the national language. This exhibition is done to celebrate the 70 years of Italian Republic. At the end of the Second World War and at the end of fascism, the Italians have been called to, in a referendum, to decide between monarchy, kingdom, or republic, and they decided republic. Not only that was the first time that Italian women have had the right to vote. We tried to put some images of related to nice events, but also to tragic events. For example, these two, Salvatore Quasimodo and Eugenio Montale, they have been the most important contemporary Italian poets. This is typical of women, I think. She came from a Jewish family, so she suffered a lot during the Second World War. But despite this, she was able to study, to become a great scholar of medicine, and she won the Nobel Prize for Medicine. This picture wants to celebrate the first time in which Italian women had the right to vote. And in 1946, she is dressed with our colors. One of these women, Nilde Iotti, who we can define a fighter against fascism, became the first woman speaker of the Italian parliament. This is another very famous actress, Sophia Loren, but this is a singer, Mina, but I want to focus on Samantha. Samantha was the first Italian woman on the space. And she stayed around 2 months in a rocket in the space. It's very important. And these three not very nice women, they have been very important for Italy, for the history of Italian fashion. They started to work during the Second World War, and they have been able to took from France the first place in fashion. I would like to focus these two photos because they have a deep meaning and they are symbolic because we have here the famous Teatro alla Scala in Milan, is a theater for lyric most of all. And the first photo we have the theater at the end of the Second World War, completely destroyed. This is also Italian. The Italian name is Ape, and is one of the most famous examples of Italian design. And as you can understand, it was designed for working people to carry things, but it spread around the world and it became like a substitute of taxi. In the last section of the exhibition, we can see some tragedies happened in Italy, like people killed by mafia, like huge flooding in Florence, but within them we have the photo of Sandro Pertini, one of the president of Italian Republic, who was president in a very difficult period, but he was able, like a father, to give hope to all the people. And so he closes the exhibition with the signal of, with the message of hope. Be curious. Don't stay on your own, on what you know. Try to know always something new. And the second one, very important, is please study history. History all over the world now, not only in Kenya, not only in Italy, but nowadays history is quite cancelled from the scholastic programs. But only if we study history we can understand the future.